Hi folks. Yeah, it's a 465. No one guessed anything else because it's a 465. I mean, it was very obvious that it was a 465. You all guessed correctly. No prizes to any of you there. Just, I mean, honestly, it's got one of the most distinctive engine sounds that we've got at the moment, and therefore it's relatively strong. Yes, it's a 465. Yeah. Look, here it is. Look, there's me in my tracksuit in the driver's seat, and we're 4-6ing to the 5. Moggy, you get no bonus points for saying that it's jointed rails because we're picking up on the scenario planner where we left off, which is Northern Transpennine, which of course has got jointed rails. So there you go. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. I always used to have the game running in the background while you had the old timer running, because it always felt like it built a little bit of atmosphere, you see. So that's what I did this evening. For those of you asking, have we fixed the technical issues? No. We're running exactly the same way as we had done before. What was broken on Friday and Saturday night? The internet. The internet was broken. It wasn't actually anything to do with us. It was down to the internet. Where's the Steam article? Glad you asked. The Steam article's done. I've done my homework. It's all done. It's all polished. It's all ready to go. But we've got a very busy week for articles, and the powers that be have decreed that we don't want too many messages going out at once. So you're going to have to wait for it a little bit longer. Probably next week. Sorry, you're just going to have to wait for it. It's done. That's the way it is. Anyway, this evening we're back into the scenario planner again, and I'll be completely honest with you, I can't remember much about it at all. We have 9 services now, so we're going to add numbers 10 through 12 this evening, and then the overall plan is I'm just going to keep adding stuff until it's broken. We'll see how far that goes. Edit. I want to edit the details for that. Please edit details for that, please. That is not a player service. Right. Good. And I didn't update the thread. My apologies. I'll do it immediately after this one. Yeah. There you go. Why is what not released? It's not released because they don't want to release too much stuff at once, article-wise. And it's queuing up behind Arosa and Clinchfield stuff and all this kind of stuff. So there you go. So there you go. Yeah, smashing. What else we got going on? Are the NTP scenario fixes applied to this scenario? Which NTP scenario fixes? I don't know. Why isn't it released then? Don't say things if you can't deliver them. That, in a nutshell, is my philosophy. I was working off last week's plan, which is we'll release it on Monday, and of course the plan changes. Just be grateful in any way at all that I give you any kind of a snippet ahead of time, and sometimes those snippets are going to be wrong. So my apologies for those of you who are waiting for it today, but it's not coming today. No, I can't even. It's out of my hands. So there you go. When is the 1938 stock set to release? Don't know. There you go. That's that one. Can't wait for the Class 313. I think that's going to be quite popular. There we are. So, when are we finally going to get a TSW2 SDK so modders can create new maps, new trains, and third-party content? Never. Now, I apologise for being blunt, but we have covered this extensively over the last 6 to 8 months, and we're not doing one. We are not releasing a public editor. We're not doing one. It's not a thing that's happening. It is not coming. There is no editor coming that is going to be released to the public. We've covered this in an enormous number of streams, and if you didn't catch any of those before, again, apologies for being a little bit terse with you, but we have spent quite a lot of time discussing this. So there you go. Right, okay, good. So, back into the scenario planner this evening. Do you know when the next Rosa Line gameplay is? Yeah, the Wednesday, I think. The full timetable for this week's streams is up on the forums already. It's probably up on Facebook as well, so you can go and check it out there. Will the new Clinchfield line be DLC or free? It's DLC. All new routes are always DLC. That's how we work, because we sell specialist stuff to specialist people, and therefore, you know, we only sell a few copies of them. Out of 10, what's the roadmap tomorrow? 3. Maybe a 3, maybe a 2. It is a desperately unexciting roadmap tomorrow. Desperately unexciting. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of things have moved. We've added a couple more things, but you're not going to be thrilled about any of it. I mean, that's not to say it's bad news. It's more to say that there's just nothing particularly riveting going on in there at all. When's the Scottish route coming out? When it's ready? Any info on the Hamburg-Lübeck route coming soon too? Yeah, we will start talking about Hamburg-Lübeck when it gets a little bit closer. It's just not there yet. Will there be more? I'm just answering questions. Do you want to do some scenario planning stuff? Will there be more diversity in the coming updates for scenario editors, such as more custom consists similar to the we have got a lot of updates and improvements we want to make to Scenario Designer. Consist Creator, so where you can build your own consist, is one thing that we're chasing after. Now, I have nothing to confirm or deny about any of that at the moment, except to say that it is pretty high up on the list. That and the livery designer as well, of extra functionality coming for those, but it's not yet on the roadmap. So I'm hoping that that it will hit the very top of the list very soon. But yeah, nothing good there. Right, yeah. Also, dividing trains. I think dividing trains is actually more complicated than a consist designer. I think there is a lot of potential room for fun and games in that, by which I mean difficulty. But there you go. It's yeah, good to go. Is Rivet going to look back at the Rosa line, for example, updating the trees, etc.? Tune in on Wednesday. They're going to be answering your questions, particularly with regard. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday, particularly with regard to questions that have come up since the stream last week. So there you go. Will the limit for liveries ever go above 300? Ever? Probably. But again, I can't talk to it about, you know, we haven't got a full spec for exactly how the updates are going to be done, or when it's going to start, or any of that at the moment. Only that both Scenario Designer, Livery Editor are both high up the list in terms of things we want to address. Save some of these for tomorrow. The roadmaps, we haven't got a lot to talk about tomorrow, you see. So if you save these for tomorrow, then we'll go. It's all good. Yeah. So Class 313 will be part of East Coastway, but will be DLC. Yes. Yeah. Additional locomotives are DLC. They're not the same price as the as a regular as a route, but there you go. Yeah. I mean, it's. You know, there are some questions that you're not going to like the answers to, but I will always try and give you an honest answer. It doesn't do me any favours in the slightest to do otherwise. Oh, it seems like my co-pilot is going to be turning up. Let's see you later. I already gave it a rating. Probably a 2, possibly a 3. Don't get your hopes up. So it's going to be a lot of time spent answering questions tomorrow, but not a lot of new stuff going on the roadmap itself. Right, I'm done with general questions. Done with general questions for now. We will add a new service, and it's going to get increasingly difficult to do so as time goes on. So last time around, we added the 465, which is what I was just driving, from Manchester to Leeds. That was happening last time around. What else did I add? I added a double-headed Class 20 going all the way from Leeds to Manchester, and I've got it written down here. And then I can't remember what was the last one. It was Morley, wasn't it? Class 52 with Mark 1 coaches going from Morley to Manchester. So if we went from Manchester to Leeds and we left at 4:15, if we leave at 4:10 with our driving service today, but maybe don't go all the way there. Let's throw in an ICE. Steady on. Steady on there. We've gone all My plan, in terms of this scenario planner caper, is that we'll add as many services to this until it's no longer really possible to add more services. And then we'll switch country. So I was thinking probably for the second time out, we'll go for building out a scenario on Munich-Augsburg, possibly. I don't know. I'll open it. I'll run a poll or something through the forums, and you can choose what we do second. Good. Do an ICE, please. I'll do an ICE when we're in Germany. It makes more sense. Yeah? Yeah? Okay? Yeah. Why can't I do a passenger mode on Scenario Planner? Why can't I not do a passenger mode on Scenario Planner? You can. You can do a not passenger mode on Scenario Planner. Do you want to... Just in case I've misunderstood you there, Family Vlogs, do you want to reword... Have another swing at the wording... Because you've got a double negative going on in there, and I'm not entirely sure I've picked your meaning up entirely. Do you have a 377 and a 375? I've done a 377, pretty sure. Hold on. We've got... No, we haven't got a 377. We've got a 166. For some reason, in my head, I get the two mixed up. Let's do something Huddersfield-y. Now, that's going to be tricky, because it's going to queue stuff up behind it. Does anyone know which platform heads towards... Let's go towards Leeds to start off with. Yeah, what do you think? I'm gonna try 5 and then see which way it goes. I don't know the direction of travel here. You are going towards Leeds. Is that where we want to go? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, we've only got platform 10 available. Then let's go to platform 10. Okay, 3A to Leeds at Huddersfield. 3A to Leeds. Okay, hold on. Let's try that again. Huddersfield, please. Thank you. Huddersfield. We haven't got 3A. Afraid not. No. So 5 was doing the business. It's platform 5. I chose platform 5. Thank you, LaserJet. There you go. See, LaserJet there delivering immediately. Incidentally, LaserJet had done a really nice video for us for Saturday. But we weren't able to show it because the stream exploded all over the place because the internet just hated everything. So we will schedule that for another time. If you haven't checked out LaserJet's channel, well worth doing. Although, turn your volume down a little bit because he's an excitable man. He's an excitable chap, but entertaining at the same time. There you go, LaserJet. That's my big sorry for you not being shown on Saturday as planned. Right, selecting stops. Let's go for... Murfield, just because I feel like it. Not Dayton, no, can't be bothered. And then we'll do Ravensthorpe, we'll skip Dewsbury, and we'll do Batley and Morley, which is probably a service that does not exist anywhere in the world. Yeah, there. Right, okay, so we've got our service set up here. Right, now, what shall we run on it? I'm pretty sure we're running a Javelin already. No, I don't think we are running a Javelin. All right, I'll plumb a Javelin in, but not this service. It doesn't work for this one. The Javelin should go end to end, I would have thought, surely. Yeah. Do you know that's not the real LaserJet? Is it not the real LaserJet? You're a fan of LaserJet. Oh, right. Well, in which case, I owe you nothing. I retract my apology. Right, what do you want to run there, people? Let's go for something we haven't had yet. We've had a 465/9. We've had the 31/1. We've had the 101. We've got a 47/4. We've got a 166. We've got a Class 08. We've got a 52, a 43, and a 20 double head. A 377. Oh, yeah, sorry, you did say a 377. I was paying attention. I then, just short-term memory left me rapidly. Okay, all right. Well, it's going to be a 4-car then, isn't it? We're not going to get any more than that on there. And it's all right. We're going to add 3 services, so we'll figure out the best way to do that. And this is going to be a PSX. I can't even remember where we're going from. Huddersfield. PSX. HUD. Yeah. Hold on. Don't I usually put... Yeah, I do put the class name in there. Class 377. HUD Leeds. Right. Good. Start time. We shall go for... Actually, let's start this one at 4:15 as well. Or should we? Should we maybe start this one a little bit later? Well, that will mean that my... Yeah, but this won't be the last one I drive. This one is not what I'm going to be driving today. We'll do a quick test run now. Let's kick off at 25. Should work. Passenger service. There we go. Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's... right. We'll take this one out for a spin and see how we get on. I won't go all the way. We'll just go some of the way. And there we go. You forgot to add your name to the side of the train so people know who are driving. We'd never get any passengers. We'd just never get any. Yeah. See you later. Yeah, you've gone back to Northern Transpennine and actually had a go at it. Right, unlock the doors. Oh, flipping heck, I haven't driven one of these in yonks. Right, okay, master key, obs. And then direction switch to forwards. That usually powers things up, or it certainly does on the 465. And then a bit of doors action. That's good. And then only after doing that do I check I'm actually looking at the right side of the train. Brilliant. That's why I am a professional. Are you running, please? We'll turn the auxiliary off. I don't need the auxiliary. No. Plenty of heat, please. It's still spring. 71% on the AC temperature. Yeah, perfect. Lights. I've done lights. Have I? Yeah. Yep. No, we're good. Okay. Is this a dev build or a public build? This is a public build. When I stream, I'm only ever using the same build that you are using yourselves. The only real difference I have is that I'm running. I've got all the DLC. So that's really the only major difference. Now, obviously, some of you will have all the DLC because you've either been around for a while or you're just a lunatic collector. And I mean, we like lunatic collectors, but there you go. Right. Okay. Let's give it a go. All right, we're away. Not in service. Oh, I haven't set my destination. Oh, never mind. It's okay. I'm not going far. I just want to go far enough. We'll go till we pass one service coming in the opposite direction, and then we will add the next one. Or extremely well off. Extremely well off is also an option. Yeah. Look, if you're new to Train Sim World, the pro tip is pick up only the stuff you want. Right. The second pro tip is wait for it to be on sale. Now it's entirely up to you if you want to pick it up at release, but everything goes on sale very regularly, so you can frequently get stuff at less than full price. Now there are some interesting routes from in our three major countries that we operate in. There are some interesting routes, even if you're not necessarily a fan. But I'd wait and pick them up on the sale. If you knock around the hobby for a little while, and you'll get a feel for how to get the best bang for your buck. There we go. Right. Okay. When does Clinchfield release? Not yet. And again, if you don't watch the streams very often, I'll run you one of my regular streamlines, which has yet to appear on the bingo card, but I'm sure it will do at some point. Which is, we don't use these kind of casual, all sorts of things streams to announce release dates or anything like that. Release dates are handled separately. They usually come with an excitable trailer, which I'm now no longer allowed to show first because I always make fun of them and add a voiceover. Some people say it makes them better, but that's for you to decide, not me. Yeah. Sorry, I was in the above camera there because that's how I had it in the stream warm up, so that I didn't get interfered with too much by scenery. What do you get in the roadmap tomorrow? Why don't you wait until tomorrow and find out? I'm not going to tell you now. Especially when I have already said that tomorrow's roadmap is a little bit... Not much in tomorrow's roadmap. No. It's alright. No, Mike has made me promises. And I believe him because I trust Mike. Good. No, we're not stopping here. No, my plan is just to go far enough to see another train, but I think we may have started a little bit too far up for that. So I'll give it as far as our first stop, and then we'll add the next service. I try and do add a couple of services, give each one a couple of minutes worth of drive, and then do a longer drive for the last one. There we are. Colonel Cam. We're going a bit quick for it, but I'll give it a go. Hang on. Alright, let's go to the other side of the bridge. Alright. I think we're going too fast. Yeah. Not bad, and for once I actually got a decent angle, but no, it's going to go a bit too fast for an effective Colonel Cam there. But there you go. Would I recommend TSW2 on PC or PS4? Now, it depends how good your PC is. If you've got a pretty good PC, get it on PC. If your PC's 4 or 5 years old, something like that, and you will probably get better performance on the PS4. I'd normally always advocate for PC, but it really depends on what kind of power of PC you've actually got. How do you remove the HUD? I use F1 on PC. F1, HUD off. There you go. What are the things in the Collector's Edition? You get East Coastway, I think, as well in the Collector's Edition, as well as the 3 core routes. It's been a long time since I talked about the last main release. So we'll talk about just TSW2. Pretty sure it's East Coastway. Tried Train Sim Classic on Toshiba PC with basic Intel. Take a guess how that went. Actually, I could go for one or two extremes there. It could either have worked perfectly or not at all. I don't think it was anywhere in the middle. I think you will have either had a really crisp experience or just a not even slightly. So I couldn't begin to guess. I picked up Railworks for £2.50 ages ago, or $2.50 ages ago, because DTG sales are lit. There you go. That's the official word on the street there. Yeah. Oh, it was a PowerPoint slideshow. Yeah, I had a feeling it might well be. You don't need much graphics power to run Train Sim Classic. It is mostly processor and memory driven, but if you aren't running a dedicated graphics card, even an Intel onboard graphics card will do better than nothing. I probably ought to consider slowing down a little bit. Yeah, probably ought to consider slowing down a little bit more. Yeah, probably ought to consider putting all. I didn't want emergency brakes. I wanted just enough brakes to slow me down. Thank you. I didn't realise you didn't have 4 notches of brakes on this. We're going to be just a smidge over. Just a smidge. There's a ramp there. I mean, if you can jump down, you can make it up the ramp. You'll be golden. Alright, good. Right, let's get those open. Lovely. Health and safety, it doesn't really matter. I've probably got an inflatable chute that you can jump down there. Yeah, who knows? Right, okay, that's not a Natalie. A Natalie is, the train is a quarter of a mile down the track. No, she drives like a mad person. Right, okay, now then, that's one. That's one plumbed in. Should I write it down? I should write it down. All right, I'm going to write it down because otherwise, I am a simple individual, and therefore, if I don't write things down, things will get trouble. No, whoa, no, edit. Thank you. Right. Now, it's a good thing and a bad thing. I'd love to be able to sort these services, like by clicking time here, that it would sort them by time. But actually, it's quite helpful because it sorts them by order in which I added them. So for these purposes, it's actually quite helpful. Now, let's put it in the timetable. Hold on. I need to make my timetable a little bit more sophisticated, I think. 16:25, and it's going where? Huddersfield to Leeds. Huddersfield, Leeds. Right, I can hang up a few more details on that. When's coming the BR101 with intercity coaches? Not yet. Not yet. Why is there not a Mac version? Just purely because we haven't made one. Why do the mods get mad if you use capitals letters in chat? It's very simple. If one person starts using capital letters in chat, before you know it, everybody is doing all capitals all the time in the chat. Once in a while, going, woohoo, is fine. Or, oh no, is fine. Just don't do it more than once. You're not going to attract my attention any more readily. My attention is easily distracted over there to the chat. And if I happen to be glancing over, I will skim probably the last 8 or so messages and see if there is anything interesting in there. So the sole reason that we clamp down quite hard on caps in chat is if we didn't clamp down hard on caps in chat, everyone would do caps in chat all the time, and it would be a right mess. So it's just a measure of civility. Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question, and hopefully it makes sense. Edit the details, please. No longer a player service. Right, next. I think we might go for... at the moment, we've got one service that leaves at 4:15. We've got 4 that leave at 4:25. We've got 3 that leave at 4:30. And we've got 1 at 4:35 and 1 at 4:40. So we'll see how it goes. Will Baltimore Metro ever come? Don't know. Is the honest answer. I don't know if it will or if it won't. We do. I mean, if you want to make a suggestion via the forums, we take those into consideration when we're looking at new routes. But sometimes we simply can't add something because we can't strike up an agreement with the license holder, or there are other problems. You heard the cat. Oh, flipping it! I was hoping it would be a little bit out of range. My assistant may well make an appearance in a moment, and then we'll see. Yeah. Right. Good. Okay. Now then, will the game release on Xbox Game Pass? The original is available on so Train Sim World 2020 is available on the Game Pass. Pretty sure it's still on there. So you can always go and give that a go to see if you like it, basically. And if you like it, go get yourself some TSW2. Here's the thing, is if I knew whether it was coming to Game Pass or not, I wouldn't be allowed to tell you. If I were to go, yes, it's definitely coming to Game Pass, that is all sales of the base game done, dusted, dead in the water, until such a time as it actually turns up, unless you're desperate to get stuck in. So, unfortunately, this is another one of those can't confirm or deny jobs, I'm afraid. Right, this next service... I'm flitting between on and off topic all the time. I hope you can keep up. This next one, we're going to go from Stalybridge. I think I've got a Stalybridge service already. I think I have. You haven't. You know what you should do? I know. I'm going to go the other way from Huddersfield. So we'll have one set off at exactly the same time from Huddersfield, going in the opposite direction. Genius. Yeah, I'll give you something to look at if you decide to take that service at some point in the future. So presumably Huddersfield 8 is going to be our friend here. That feels good to me. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. Does this mean if I have Game Pass Ultimate, I get TSW 2020 for free for as long as you have the Game Pass? However, what it doesn't guarantee you is if you then go and buy TSW 2, you will not get the TSW 2020 core routes. Because you are not considered to own it, you're only borrowing them. Game Pass is effectively you are borrowing that stuff for as long as it's available. So it doesn't translate forward. You have to buy the core game if you want the routes to translate forward into Train Sim World 2. It's perilously complex to get your head around, but I'm pretty sure that one's actually one of the easy ones. 8 is the wrong way. Okay, all right, I'll go from, what do you think, 1? 4? All right. LaserJet, who isn't LaserJet, reckons it's 1B. All right. Doing 1972 stock. I'm open to other suggestions. Right, what do we got? We got Manchester, Victoria. Let's see which ones we've used. We've got 13 in use, 12's in use, 14's in use, 9 is in use, 13 again. No, you hadn't done 13. All right, 13, and that's it. So any more for any more? 13, 10, 9. Yeah, have we done 9? I did say 9, didn't I? I told you, short-term memory. It's just full up of other stuff. We've done. Wait. Yeah. We've done. Oh, sorry, I was reading the wrong list. There you go. 12, 14 I've done. 9 I've done. And 13 I've done. 11. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I've got it. Okay, we've got a 375. No, this is maybe not the right service to put a 375 on. Maybe not this one. The 45 or 37, a 40, a 47, and a 40. Okay, we'll have a look at a 40. I haven't got one on there yet. Confirm end marker. Ooh, yep. Yep. Okay. All right. Where should we stop? Let us stop at. Let's go Slate. No. Slaterwaite's a little on the short side. Let's go Marsden and then Mossley. So we're doing passengers, are we? Apparently so. And then Miles Platting, and we'll stop at Staley Bridge as well. There we go. I like that. Okay. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Right. What do we got? Class 40 is seemed to be leading in the public poll. There, it's rather like X Factor in that sense. Can we take any of it? We could just take the loco on itself. Hold on. No, wait. We can take some 12-ton vans. I'm fine with doing that. In fact, I think I will do. But where can we go up to? I'd rather take 10 of them. So 73 metres is going to be my limit there. So I'm going to have to plumb it in again. Because how's it going to back me up? It's going to back me up all the flipping ways. How about it's going to back me up? Right. Good. Select start marker. We said Huddersfield 1B, which is a 68. No good that is. No. 68 only gets us 5. Well, okay, then we'll use 5 then. No. Back. Right. Go again. This time, get it right. It's the platform at Huddersfield that's the problem. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, LaserJet, not LaserJet. Much appreciated. JH32. When will Natalie be back? Any idea? No respect to you. That's fine, autism. No. Oh, you prefer Natalie. Fine. See if I care. She'll be back soon enough. She's got some real world stuff going on at the moment. So she'll be around on and off for a little while. I've already passed best wishes on because you all asked after her last week. No, it's she'll be back soon enough, but not just yet. Do you live in the UK? It's pretty lighty in your area. It's dark outside. Yeah, no, the light you're seeing is because I do some of this streaming business, so I've got some fairly hefty light bulbs going on in here that make me look naturalistic-ish of a sort. So yeah, no, that's what's going on there. Right, now, given that this is freight, we'll do a no stopper. That's what I was changing. Oh, hold on. Yeah, let's actually take the train to the destination. There we go. Right. No, we're doing a no stopper. I just said that with my face. Okay, fine. Confirm the service, and then we're going to go for the class 40, and we're going to tow 5 little wagons behind us. Right, go. We might as well keep them empty as well while we're at it. Yeah, there we are. Should I get the class 33 when it's on sale? Well, the chat are the best people to answer that one for you, you know. Because I'm horrendously biased because I work for the company. My answer would be, yeah, totally. Buy 3 in case you lose one of them. That would be my recommendation. But as mentioned, just not trustworthy. So you know, the chat will give you some pointers. Right, where are we going from? Did I say Huddersfield? Huddersfield. Hud, yeah. Where are we going to? Leeds. Are we? No. Manchester. Okay. All right. Start time is going to be at exactly the same time as the last one. So that's 4:15. 16:15. It is a player service. Right. I'll put my... No, it's 25 past. It's 25 past. Apologies. I'm going to make a note of it. Otherwise, I'll forget. Right. 16. Yeah. 25. Yeah. Huddersfield to Mank. All right. All right. Okay. Good. Right. Let's take this one out for a quick spin as well, and then we'll do one that we'll take for a slightly longer spin. Yeah. Good. Right. Smashing. Anything else going on in the chat scenario there? Huds, Manchester. Thank you, Derek. Much appreciated. Right. Okay. Let's back her up and then take her for a jaunt. Trot on. You forgot to click passenger service. It's not a passenger service. It's freight. So that's... Clicking passenger service wouldn't actually help us. Right, okay, we're good to go. Let's have a look at what we're playing with here. I mean, it's a sad little train, but at the same time, it's nice and buoyant. Where is... It's not here. Yes, it is. It's down there, look. You can see the 377 down there. You know, if I used this camera, we could just zip down here like this and go. There it is. I'm going to wait for this to go. This is supposed to be leaving now, so its doors should be open, waiting for passengers. We'll wait for it to go, and then we'll set off. Oh, you like my shirt? I like my shirt too. That's why I'm wearing it. Yeah, there you go. After this, can you do the tube? I could, but it's more about it making sense than anything else. And while, you know, we are playing with time travelers here, where we're running locos from across the trains from across the ages. Should I? Maybe I'll leave it up to you. Chat, tube, no tube. All right. Let me know before I reach my destination, and we'll go from there. It's a cunningly disguised 40. It's not a 40. How do I make the best of timetable modes in DLC? There are a lot of them. Ooh, tricky. Oh, we've got 3. We've got 3 for tube. I've chosen a 47. How did I click the wrong thing? Hold on. The no tubes fight back. It's about even at the moment between tube and no tube. We could do the one from the Isle of Wight. That one would make sense. Yes. If I understood Matt correctly, will the new PIS system mean the 377's board will say Leeds? Eventually, yes. We've kind of got that tech set up, but it's not quite ready for prime time yet. So there's some work still to do, but I've never driven this before. You're joking. I'm sure I have. I'm virtually certain that I have spent some time on a 47, but I guess not. Ridiculous is fun. Go tube. Yeah, we'll use the Isle of Wight tube-ish. Don't spoil it with a tube. Well, what I'm thinking is that we go like one stop, so we'll just go into the terminal and just park up there, so that when you're setting off with another service, I think it was Tube Fan of all people said. That it would just leave a little bit of eye candy sat there. So in our collective imagination, are we not bothering with lights? Is that not a thing we do here? Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know where they are. Try all the usual places. Okay. Alright, we're going to try all the usual places. Because the one thing I know about BR Blue is they like to hide it all. Oh, hold on, we've got a desk light. We'll turn that on. What have we got there? Marker lights? No. I'm in the right area. Yeah, but I'm in a tunnel now, so I can't see anything. Yeah, I know. Give it time. Or use the force. Right, okay. I can't find anything now. Don't give up. Stay... No, hold on, we found one. That's the desk light switch again. Tail light. Don't need it. Well, at least put the marker lights on. If we haven't got headlights, put marker lights on. That's better than nothing. I can never tell whether it's going to tell me about headlights or whether it's going to say marker lights, because sometimes that's the right thing to do, sometimes they're the wrong thing to do. Right, I'll grip it up. Press L. No. Refuse. My policy, for those of you unfamiliar with my policy, is that if there is a light switch, I will use the light switch. Same goes for passenger controls as well. If there are passenger door controls within the cab, I will use those. Yeah. And that's at least in part. Right, what do we got over here? Zoom in. We've got compartment lights. That seems irrelevant at the moment. Those all done. Thank you. Yeah. No, cheers for that. No, that's dead helpful. That is. Yeah, flipping tunnel-based madness. Can't even see the chair. I'm going to trip over and fall out the window that I opened a moment ago. Sit in the driver's seat. Right. Can we have some light now? Thank you. Right. Okay. Go again. This is going to be marker lights. You've probably got it right already. Oh, I have got it right already. Okay, there you go. Fine. No, it's all right. It's okay. I've got it. I've got some lights on, and that's plenty. Right. Let's give it the beans. Yeah. This sounds pretty good. It's at the top near the door. I thought I checked up. Hold on. What have we got there? What are you? The cab light? No. We're not interested in the cab light. No, cab light is no good for us. That's the emergency brake release valve. I think we're about golden. Right, okay, let's soak up a couple of atmospheric views and then we'll move on to the next thing. In fact, this is a pretty atmospheric view. I'll hide here. I'm not entirely sure what I'm hiding under, but I'm hiding nonetheless. Probably some more of this rocky business. Left side of dashboard for headlights. I'll give it a look. Have the brakes on. I don't think I do. Pretty sure they're all released. Yeah. Left side of dashboard. Left side of dashboard. This is dashboard. Yeah. This is the left side. The far left side of the dashboard. Okay. There's nothing here apart from the window, which for some reason I haven't opened. It is not on the left side. Far left. I'm on the far left. You're going to have to look. Look, I'm over here. I'm looking at it. There's nothing here. I mean, I could get out of the train and have a look, but that would feel rather overzealous. Handbrake on, maybe. No, I'm just not beefcaking it. No, that's going. We've got full beans going now. We're getting a good grumble. Near the gauges. No, nothing. Those are the gauges. Ain't nothing near the gauge. I'm pretty sure I put the marker lights on and that's all we need. That's all we need. Are you serious that you are making clinch fit? Train boy, go and check your Train Simulator YouTube channel. We did a preview of it on Saturday, a preview video that you can go and check out and you can see for yourself. Would love to see Northern Ireland. Good. Is there any work being done on opening up more sidings in scenario weeks? I think over time is probably the best way to describe that. Is over time we're working. So, it's but I've got nothing I can confirm. But adding greater opportunity for you to have fun with the scenario planner is high up on our agenda. The engine's too loud. Yeah, that's because I've given it quite a lot of these. I'll ease it back off again. There you go. See? Good. We're going to make some steam engines. Yes, we are. Right. Seems to be hard work pulling a few vans. It does, but then what we don't know is exactly how much work it would be, if it would be the equivalent amount of work to pull more vans than that. Now we're going up gradient ever so slightly and we're slowing down only ever so slightly. So I think we've probably got our brakes set more or less correctly. Let's try a little bit of spicy camera action here Let's see if it is in any way. So, oh, it is. Right. We'll wait for it to roll past. Right, and then we'll... no, wait, give it some juice. Right. I'll wait for that to bite. Right, okay, this could be it. This could be the one for today. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a winner. I hate you and everything you stand for. Right, we're done with that one. That all seems to work in the way that it was supposed to. No. How difficult would it be to Advanced Scenario Planner to create your own timetable? Would love to be able to do that rather than a quick drive. Yes. Well, I mean, part of what I'm doing at the moment is I'm putting together kind of a novelty selection of services. I mean, well, not kind of a novel. It's a novelty selection of services. And where are we up to now? We've got 11 services running on here. And what you're talking about is running a full day's timetable where your one train runs from one end of the route to the other end and then comes back again. And then rinse and repeat, and you've set the time up between each one. And you know what that would be? That would be fantastic. That would be superb. But we're not there yet. We've got some work to do before we can get to that stage. Are we going to advance it to there? Oh, I really hope so. It's the kind of thing we all want to do, where effectively you can buy the route and then just go and make your own services on there. Maybe with some assistance to help you with timings and things to kind of go, you're going to have a signal crossover at this point or things like that. A lot could be done with that. I think that would be an immense amount of fun. But we're nowhere near on that front yet. So, well, we'll see how we go. Can we share custom scenario with you via the forums? You'd have to list out the services. We could do that. Actually, when I'm done with this Northern Transpennine monkeying around that I'm doing currently, what we could do is you can tell me everything that you've got on a service you've set up, including which train to run, and then I'll run it and we'll do it as a one-off. That could work. That could work. All right. Okay, let's go for today's runner, which is going to be the class, what is it, the 19 whatever it is stock. So we want to do a one-stopper into Manchester or into... Actually, I think we've used all the platforms at Manchester now. So I think we're going to have to go to Leeds. And we'll drive it. It may take a little while. I don't know. Right. Okay, so if we're going one stop, then we'll be going from Morley. I don't know how well that's going to work. No, Morley is currently occupied. Are you in your box? Oh, yes. Jeff has just arrived and he's sat in his box. For those of you who've not met Jeff before, he's my cat, and he's white and he's deaf. Yeah, so he might fight the box. If you hear scrabbling around in the background, it's Jeff beating the box up. He does that because the box is clear. The box has got it coming. So there is that. Yeah, Transit 7148. Why is the base game vanished for the PS4 main menu? Don't know. I don't know. If you get in touch with our support team, they'll be able to poke that for you. Without understanding exactly what you've got going on, I can't really help you out. So there you go. Is it true that you are no longer a community manager? I am no longer a community manager from next week, which is whatever the first is. On the 1st, I cease to be community oriented. So I've eased off a fair bit, but I will ease off pretty much entirely as of next week. Yes, you'll still see me around. They're not going to let me stop streaming. Is Natalie still with DTG? Yes, she is. She's just taking some time at the moment. She's got some real world business going on. She will be back before you know it. But she's just taking some time at the moment. Will there be any new routes or locos on the roadmap tomorrow? I'm not even going to say that I won't tell you because you should look at the roadmap. No, there's nothing. There's no new routes or locos on the roadmap tomorrow. I was previously asked to rate it out of 10 in terms of how exciting tomorrow's roadmap is. And it's either a 2 or possibly a 3. It depends how excitable you are generally. There you go. Do you love working for DTG? Tricky. I'm going to reframe the question to how is DTG to work for? Because I've worked at a ton of different games companies. I've worked for some big ones that everybody hates that are really good to work for. But DTG is one of the best places to work in the games industry. I'm not even joking. It looks after its people very, very well. DTG really do look after its team. So yeah, that's my answer to that one. Do I love working there as much as I love working anywhere? Let's put it that way. No, I like it. I've got good friends at DTG, and I'm lucky in that if I wanted to go work somewhere else, I probably could do. But no, I stick with DTG because they're a good company to work for. So tomorrow's roadmap stream is meh. We'll answer questions on the stream, but there isn't really much excitement to add to it. So yeah, I'm saying don't get yourself overexcited. There really isn't much in there to get about. There you are. Right, DTG does seem to have a good work culture. It really does. Really does. Yeah, it is one of the least crunchy game developers in the world. That's not to say we never crunch. For those of you unfamiliar with the term, crunch is where something is running behind schedule and therefore everybody has to work, 5-6 days a week. No, yeah, 16-hour days, 6-7 days a week. Extraordinarily amount of effort to get stuff done. We do it from time to time, and it's mostly the developers. I am not a developer. I'm a bit of a. I have my finger in several different pies, but it is far less commonplace than almost anywhere else. Yeah, no, it's a really good place to work. There you go. That's my advert. Job done. Obviously, I'm biased because I still work there. People who don't work there anymore, those are the ones to ask. Adam might spill some beans. He can try. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sticking with DTG, but primarily because they let me do my thing. Because I'm not an easy person to work with. And that's purely because I've done a lot of different things, and therefore I've got a broad spectrum of areas of the business that I can work with, and I'm most interested in working on all of them. So yeah, they let me get stuck in where I think I can add value or where they think I can be useful, which is how I ended up looking after the community. Where will I be working from next week? Here. I'm not going anywhere physically. Right, we're going to go, just FYI, no, wrong way. I had a choice of 2 platforms, chose the wrong one. All right, start again. I want to pay attention. I can be doing all of this chat while the service is running. We're only driving a tube train. It's not exactly quick. Select start marker. We're going to go from Park into Manchester. Right. So it's not platform 2, it's platform 1. Yeah. Right. I'm glad you thought it would. I did a halfway decent job there, Pink. I appreciate the sentiment a great deal. No, I've just tried to give you a little bit of the answers that you needed, more than anything else. Occasionally being a bit flippant, occasionally being a little bit terse, but getting you the information that you needed. So that will continue, I'm sure. Right, good, yes, right. And then, I presume that the workers get the DLC for free. If they ask for it, yeah. This came up in we do a company meeting once a week, where everybody gets to talk to the big guns and ask questions, and we show off some new stuff that's been working on. And yeah, we get to ask questions all the time. And someone asked the other week, could I get a copy of the piece of DLC? And they kind of go, yeah, of course you can. But you've got to ask for it. That's the thing. Am I quitting DTG or have you been terminated? Carlo, here's the thing. If someone has... Pro tip for you, when you're running a games company, right, in the future, as you might well do, right, and you've got some loudmouth bloke who does some streams for you on occasion, if you fire them, don't put them on a stream. It's a really terrible idea, and I mean, it would be quite exciting, but possibly not in the way you would want. So, no, I haven't. I haven't been fired by DTG. I'm moving back into doing the role I was doing before I took over helping with community, as well as I'm working on some big picture design stuff. So Matt and I are working on some longer term plans for what we can do with Train Sim World, and how we can make it properly exciting in the future. Let's go that way. Yeah. Yeah, let's. And we'll stop at Mars Plateau. Yeah, love it. Good. Right. Yeah, no, never put someone on your professional stream who you recently fired. Chances are they might decide, well, what have I got to lose? There you go. Can I ask why the DLCs are as expensive as the main game? The main game is a deal, right? It's a good bargain to get you in, and it gives you a broad spectrum of experiences, so you can see if you like the full thing. Each route in itself could be considered a full game experience. For those who properly get into playing a train simulator, they will spend hundreds and hundreds of hours on a single route in a single loco, and then possibly move on to doing another loco on the same route, and then they'll do the route in every way that is plausible, possible even. The objective in for many players, and I don't speak for all because people experience the game in different ways. Some people will throw bricks at me for calling it a game in the first place, whereas some will throw bricks at me if I call it a simulator. So I use game because that's how I think of it in my head. Where am I going? I'm going for I haven't finished. I'll be there. 72 Mark II tube stock transport for London. No, that's not the one. Okay, then it's going to be the other one then, which is the 19 something. There you go, class 483. Right, 4. Can I have more? No. Well, I'll take that one then. Yeah, no, okay, right. So, yeah, so I mean, different people play in different ways. I'm a classic example. I am a dabbler in Train Sim World. As much as I play it on the stream on a regular basis, that actually gives me enough. I tend to do maybe 2 streams a week, probably 5 or 6 per month where I'm driving something, and I get a massive breadth of different things to drive. But that's enough for me. It's not... my passion is not for driving the trains constantly and becoming incredibly proficient. That's at least in part because I do a more light-hearted look at Train Sim World on a YouTube channel that I run. And if I were to get good at driving, it would really undermine the number of opportunities I have for disaster to occur. So I partly want to preserve my ineptitude, while at the same time I want to see the new thing. When the new thing comes along, I want to see it. So I bought quite a lot of odds and ends from Train Simulator and from Train Sim World before I started working with Dovetail. But now I'm getting the perfect experience, which is every new thing that comes along, I get to give it a go, which is perfect for me. So there you are. Yeah, there you are. I don't know what sort of answer that is, but basically the reason they're expensive is multifold. Firstly, most simmers will spend hundreds of hours playing it. Secondly, we don't sell that many copies of them, and they are quite specialist, and you're not supposed to buy all of them. Only buy the routes that you're particularly interested in. Obviously, we love it if you do buy all of them, but you don't have to. This is Park Mank, and it's the 483, if I recall correctly. Say 483. No, that's not gone well. So yeah, so that is why our pricing is as it is. However, what you should do, if you do want to build up a big collection of odds and ends so that you can have that diversity of experience, is wait till it's on sale. We go into sale all the time. Yeah, and therefore you can save a goodly amount if you just wait for the right time. Did I ever work on the EA NHL series? Yeah, I did. I did, as it happened. Back in the... Well, I mean, this is probably talking sometime between 2002 and 2007. I will have worked on NHL to some degree. Only really minor, though, and that was purely as a community manager. There you go. Is a sale on Xbox upcoming? I can't tell you. For the same reason as I'm not able to tell you if it's going into Game Pass in the future. If I were to tell you it was going into Game Pass in the future, you would kind of go, I won't buy it then. I'll just wait. So I'm not allowed to say if there are sales coming up or not. There you go. Will NHL ever come back to PC? Doubtful. And I'm speculating. I haven't worked at EA for 14 years. No, I honestly couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you one or the other. But my hunch says probably not. Yeah, good. Yeah. Okie dokie. Right, here we go. We've got our ride here. Yep, thank you for that. That's helpful. Smashing. Oh, I haven't driven this since it came out. Oh, crumbs. All right, where do things live? Press a bit of that. No, you're going to need something else beforehand. Key, traditionally. Oh, no. Don't tell me. I'll let you know when you can tell me. Give me a... All right, no, that's your master controller. You can leave that alone. Train brake. Yeah. Okay, right. And then we're looking for the keyhole. Okay. All right. It's usually over by the control stand. Yeah, it is. Okay. But you have to scrutinize. Yeah, no, it's not there. It might not need one, of course. It might not. All right, we'll try up here. Hold on, what have we got going on there? Nothing interactive. Okay. Oh, hold on. There's some action over here. All right, wait for it. Well, we could try the door unlock. All right, well, that works. I reckon we might be turned on then. All right, we'll try it. We'll see what happens. Have a seat. Have a look outside. Right to the right of the brake lever. Okay. All right, okay. The depth and variety in TS 2021 is amazing. Yes, it really is. I mean, there is a phenomenal amount of variety going on in there, and that's the way to look at it. Is it's not? There it is. You can look at it as there are. I don't even know how much it would cost you to buy it all now, but you're talking, let's say $5,000 for the sake of argument to buy everything. $5,000. Don't buy everything, obviously. I mean, if you want to, be my guest. But really, don't. Because firstly, you're never going to get to it all. You're never going to be able to play it. No, hold on. On is what you're after. Oh yeah, that's good. You did find the door buttons a moment ago. It would have been nice for you to know where. There's there. Look. Okay. All right. Let's see if I've done enough here to get us going. Just give it some of that. Yeah. Right, yeah, we've released all of those, and then give it a dab of this. Now you've got a negative scenario going on there, friend. Okay, yeah. Every TS DLC, if you want all those, not $10,000, £10,000. It's not. It's nowhere near as much as that. No, it's half that much. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still a serious amount of cash. But it is not. Okay. What about control key under seat? Okay, cure. Okay, let's have a look. Lift the seat back up, would you? You popped up easily enough a moment ago. Master key. Oh, it's in the tube. Yeah, of course it is. Thank you. Yeah, all right, I've got it now. Yeah, thank you. Right. No, do that. Right. Press your dead man's handle again, and now put it into forwards, and then nothing. Nothing. It's probably because I've done the sequence incorrect. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm a swine for doing sequences incorrectly. All right. All right, well, that makes a noise. That's something, I suppose. All right. Did you want anything more from me here, Master Keelit? Turning it on? That's arguably a smart thing to do. Oh, I've heard people say that. Yeah. All right, take it out of gear, put it back in gear, press dead man's handle. Right. And now try it. Choo-choo. All right, we're away. Yes. Oh, it's all very obvious for you to say that now, but no, we had, these things take time. Will I keep participating in streaming roadmaps and other DTG news? Yes. The me and Adam combo and the me and Matt combo, we're not going anywhere in a hurry, because it works quite well. I mean, that's quite a nice angle. I quite enjoy angles like this. Actually, this is the stuff I enjoy doing most. I mean, as much as it's good fun driving a train, I've really enjoyed doing the challenges that we've had, where we've got 4 of us trying to do the best kind of score on the route. And the Peninsula Corridor one, properly exciting. We haven't got a date for when we're showing it yet, but I'm keen as mustard for you to see it, because it's a properly exciting contest. How is this working? Doesn't the tube train need a third rail? Yes, it does, but we're running in off the rails mode, which allows you to run. We're probably going a bit quick. Are we? Oh, a bit. Yeah, all right. Let's stop doing that and hope we don't fall off. That's all right. Low centre of gravity. We'll be fine. Yeah, I know. It's all good. Yeah, so in off the rails mode, it allows you to run absolutely anything, anywhere, even if the power is entirely wrong. I should probably start to think about actually doing a little bit of slowing down properly now, given that we've got a yellow coming up. I don't know what's coming up after it, but we'll do it anyway. Wait for it. Oh, was I supposed? Oh, I missed. That's a Nebworth. That was a Nebworth. You weren't wrong. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll go to our final stop. We'll just say it was fine. Yeah. I've never done one of those on the stream before. I feel humbled and proud. Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't paying attention. Trying to do 2 different things at the same. I'd say 2. I mean, that's possibly being a little generous. But there you go. Yeah. No, that's why. I'll tell you, driving while saying stuff and reading the chat at the same time, it's very difficult. Right, we've got, flipping heck, I think SPAD is quite possible here. Although we are using tube service brakes, so, we've got a fighting chance at this stopping us entirely. We're fine. Good evening, yonder salty chips. There you go. Right. I mean, I could try opening the doors now, but I don't think somehow that they're going to go for it. Have you tried off the rails on different gauges? Do the wheels have to touch the track? Don't know. No, I mean, it'll still work. Look, you can see the signal. You've got plenty of space. Go on, rip it up there. All right, good. I went a station or 2 while actually paying attention. Yeah, see, it can happen to anybody. But that's all part of the fun. You just kind of go, what was I thinking? Where was I looking? I don't think we're going to be able to go any further than this, We might have to wait a moment. Let me check my timetable. Right. So it is currently 4:37. We might be waiting for the Class 20 to leave, which will leave in 2 minutes' time. Except that's leaving from Leeds. So that ain't it. All right. Well, what have we got coming out of Manchester? Nothing. We've got nothing coming out of Manchester. Although there was Class 52 coming out at 4:30. No, there wasn't. Learn to read. There's no point saying that you've got, I've got a timetable, unless you know how to read the flipping thing, you clown. Right, coming out of Manchester. I don't know. The only thing was the 465, which will have passed us before we set off. Oh, I've set the start time for this train wrong. We're never going to be able to arrive. Never going to be able to arrive. Yeah. Never. Let's do this again. And this time I shall stop. No, actually, no. I don't want to restart the game. I want to go back to the menu. I want to change the start time because the start time is bad and wrong. So basically, this route is broken. The way I've set it up at the moment, yeah, it is. I broke it there, so that's okay. This is why we work on these things together, so you can tell me when I've got it wrong. Did you tell me? No. Then what good is it having you here? I mean, don't get me wrong. You gave me a good, decent amount of help there getting the thing started. So perhaps I should criticise you a little less. Yeah, I think I will do. Right, edit details. All right, departure time has to be before 4:15 or 4:15. Is 4:15 good for you? Yeah, 4:15 is good for me. Let's do it then. Okay, right. Yep, no, we're good. We're good here. Everything's good. Let's drive it. All right, this time, with no assistance, I will get it started, no problem at all. I got a Class 483. I saw the achievement. Yeah. Why is the start time wrong? Good question. And I didn't know this until Matt told me that I'd done it wrong. And the basic answer is only services that are starting. You have to be on the first starting service. So you can have other services start at the same time and they'll work just fine. But anything that is supposed to start before you join the scenario won't run. Which I went, well, that's not great. Because I want stuff in motion before I get in the cab. But no, it doesn't work like that at the moment, and we know that's a shortcoming. Master key on. Yes. You sure? Yeah. Didn't I have to swizzle it last time? I thought I did. We'll assume it's fine. Anyway, let's have some window action. That's always good. All right, yeah. All right, let's park my backside in here and handle all the other bits that we're going to need. Let's crank that into forwards. Give it some dead man's handle action. I reckon we're golden. Am I not going to stream with Natalie again? Oh, I'll stream with Natalie again at some point. That's great. She just sasses me the entire time, which I believe people rather enjoy. So there is that. You need to turn the lever after turning the switch on. You turn it on and then switch. Okay, right. Okay, wait. All right. Okay, I got it. It's going to work. It's probably going to work. All right, we've got that on release. Dead man's handle is pressed. Dead man's handle is pressed. Yeah. Anything else I need to release? No, we're all good. Right, rocket. This time we will be stopping at Miles Platting. Fortunately, we have the ability to travel back in time and go again. And there's a good chance while we're there we'll see the 465 coming in the opposite direction. Thanks for the Clinchfield preview, waiting for another video. We actually felt, you can give me some feedback on this, normally we would do those previews as a stream, but some of the feedback that I've seen, and you may disagree, that's fine, in which case you're about to get your opportunity to tell me, that doing the preview in the same way that we would normally, where it's me and Matt having a conversation, but having done some questions pre-submitted, so that we could just focus on showing the things that people have asked us to show, the feedback we've had is that actually worked really quite well. The follow-up would be, obviously, you want a proper stream so you can ask questions in real time. That's what that is. There you go. Easy on the brake there, Tiger. You don't need to go bananas. Maybe a little bit more bananas. There you go. Just get it under the speed limit. Move the camera away from the train. I'm trying. That's as far away from the train as I can get it. Anyway, we're going to come in. So did you think that the vehicle worked? The vehicle? The video. The video version of the preview. Did you think it worked, or would you rather just go for a stream? But I mean, we'd get you to submit some questions ahead of a stream, a video being recorded like that, and we would record it in that fashion. But it allowed us to stay very focused on what it was that we were showing you, rather than what often happens on door unlocked in. What often happens on a normal stream is that we get a lot of random questions coming in, and we sometimes miss some of the important ones. Stream's more spontaneous and interactive. Yes, absolutely, and we don't want to throw that away, but at the same time, when we're previewing a new route, one of the things that we really want to do is show off all the important stuff. And I think it could work as a premiere. We could run it as a premiere. Premieres, for those of you who've never seen one before, is where you have a video on YouTube, but the chat is enabled. So it starts at a set time. It's usually advertised ahead of that time. Unlock, just lock everything. Here comes that 465 I was talking about. Yeah. Right, this, that, bit of this, bit of that. Right, let's get you going. Oh, give me 8, please. I don't want. You know what? It doesn't look completely out of place. It looks a bit odd, certainly, but it's not completely out of place. Will I be adding custom liveries to this planet? I don't have any custom liveries. I am not a livery designer. I don't have the patience for it. I could probably come up with something workable over time, but I don't generally have the patience for it. There you go. Right, so there you go. That's it. This is us done for today. 3 more services added. I promise you, add the full list of Timetable services. I'll get those up in the forum probably about 10 minutes after I finish streaming now. Then you can go and reproduce it or tinker with it, find out where it's going to break, and let me know. Equally, if you've got stuff you'd like to see for the next edition, I think we'll do 1, maybe 2 more where we add 3 each time. That could be interesting. Is that a model train behind my chair? It could be. What have we got? It could be. I don't think it is. No, I don't think. In this case, I don't think it is. No, I've got a couple in here somewhere, but I don't think what you were looking at there was a model train. I think you were looking at possibly the amplifier or something. Yeah. Anyway, tomorrow evening is roadmap evening. It's quite there's not many updates to the roadmap this time round, so if you've got questions of a general nature, we'll see if we can't answer some of them. You know what? I make no guarantees, but I shall talk to his Madness and see if he could maybe join us for half an hour at the end, and we could do a 3 of us at the same time, which would be exciting for everybody involved. But I make no guarantees. It depends if Matt's available or not, and I'll make it his choice. Even if he is available, I won't force him to do it because I'm not a monster. But yeah, so general questions tomorrow, as well as a little bit of roadmap update, and we'll see what we get going on there. Anyway, thank you very much, and I can't say anything about TSW2 upgrade. No, not yet. Too soon for that. It's still quite a way off yet. Yeah. So there you go. So I probably am a monster. No, he and I are good friends, and no, I'm occasionally a bit mean to him because it is my job to represent you fine people, and therefore, if you are quite hostile about something, or you're more passionate to the extent of sounding really quite angry about something, then it's my job to kind of reflect your mood in the nature of the questions, which is why it can sometimes come across as an interrogation, because I'm putting myself in the position of you asking the questions. If I were to say to him, hey Matt, some players think that maybe it might be quite nice to add an editor. Please give me a nice fluffy answer there. It's never going to work. You're never going to get on board with that. It has to be asked in the way you would ask it if you had a high level of confidence. Maybe is the word. I don't know. Anyway, will you get a Clinchfield release date soon? Yes, you will get a release date soon. Probably not this week, but soon you will get a release date. A rota you will get in its entirety this week, and then later on this week, I think Wednesday and Thursday, we've got a rota line streams queued up for you with Rivet once again, so that you can ask them all the things you need to ask them. And we have paid attention to the feedback that you've given from the initial stream, even though that stream was a bit of a laggy mess, which I think is possibly even a generous way of describing it. So yeah, get your questions queued up. Join from the start, and that way you'll see all your questions as they get answered. Anyway, thanks very much for watching today. I will be back tomorrow. I've already said this. I'm repeating myself now. Right, okay, I'm going to push the I'm leaving now button, and I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of whatever exists of the day that you are currently in. Thanks for watching. Cheerio. Button. That one. Well, that's not worked, has it? No, it's supposed to say, thank you very much for watching. The source file is not missing. I'll give him that one in to put that. Be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back with the outro screen as soon as I can. I need to edit that. I need to. That's not going to work. Just give him a black stream and turn the stream off. Yeah, this kind of behaviour, it works when you're doing your own stuff. It works less well when you're professionally representing a company professionally. Yeah, there is that, I suppose.